No, he doesn't arrive till 2:30 or 2:45 or something this afternoon. So we have a group of 20 players here that have been here and are preparing for the game this morning. So Benson or Lagesson won't play tonight, barring injury or sickness from somebody here. We have to, with our injury situation, that's where we're at. There are 2 extras.
Okay, you play a St. Louis team that's got pedigree, they got tons of size, and they play really hard, heavy playoff hockey all year long. How do you prepare for that?
Well, we have to play our game. We want to play a real hard game also, right? I mean, everybody does. You recognize who you're against, but we like the way we've been playing lately. Still like to see us pull some of the simple mistakes out of our game, but it's a good challenge for us. We want to play a hard playoff style game also. We're in a hard division or a hard playoff race. We need to come in and play well.
What is Nygaard's situation?
He's going to be out long term. We put him on IR. He's having surgery today, and
Broken hand.
Broken hand, yeah. So I don't have an exact timeline for you yet, but we'll work on that. We'll see how the things come out today and see what the doctors say.
When did Russell get hurt, or is this something that he was?
He's got a little bit of a history of the concussion stuff and wasn't feeling right the other day. So we want to be careful in situations like that. So he's going to take a step back for a week or so and see if he can get himself.
There wasn't a play in the game?
No, there wasn't any one play that you could say it was caused it.
The guys that you have called up this year, Jones and Bear and Yamamoto, they seem to fit right in. It's been relatively seamless. What's the common thread that you're noticing on the guys who get called up?
Well, I give Jay Woodcroft a lot of credit down there. Those guys have come up. They're ready to play. I mean, the experience of playing the American League is something that I know everybody's always anxious for young players to get here, but that experience is a valuable part of their development. Jay and his staff down there have done a real nice job, and when the players come in here, they're well schooled and they're ready for the opportunity. So I think Yamo is a great example of that. He didn't get to go through training camp or play in training camp because of an injury, but went down there, played half the season, and has come in and really contributed for us. So I'm anxious to see what Benson can do. He's played just over 100 games in the American League now, has been a good point producer down there. He's earned the opportunity to come up, and we won't be in tonight. We'll see where it goes tomorrow, but it's an exciting time for him. And like I say, we've had some pretty good luck with some of our depth. It'd be nice to see more guys jump in that role.
With a D pairing like Bouwmeester and Parayko, they both move well and have that kind of size. What's the challenge in generating against guys that are shutdown specialists?
Their whole D is a solid D, so to circle those guys, I mean, they're big guys that defend well. I mean, every team has defensemen that do a good job, but when you're just coming off winning the cup, and that pair was a real instrumental pair in helping them. But then you look at Falk and Peter Angelo, I mean, they've got a good D there, so it's a big part of their team, and you just have to accept that challenge and see if you can find a way to create your opportunities.
Dave, Betting was saying, when he was coming back from injury, he didn't want to play with any kind of hesitancy. But what did you see from in his first game back against Calgary?
I think it really helped him to go down and play the 3 games in Bakersfield, because it took away any hesitancy he had. Like, he hadn't played a lot of hockey since November, so going down and really playing in 3 games that he played big minutes. It wasn't as he just stuck his toe in the water. He played big minutes in all 3 games. So he came back and he played real well the other night. Played real well, got a big goal for us that got us into overtime, got us a point. So he's in good spirits right now, which is good. You come back, you play well, feel like you're doing your job. It seems to alleviate some of that hesitant part of the play.
You've divided your forwards, you've told us, into top 6 and bottom 6 as opposed to lines 1 through 4. So when Benson does play, where does he have to be so he can?
Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see where we are with injury-wise. When Yamo came in, Yamo played down the lineup a little bit, and then we put him up with Leon after. So I'd probably anticipate something like that with Benson coming in. we have to see where the whole injury situation falls here. But there's parts of his game that, like, I think he's done a real good job on the power play down there that, we'd like to see him, even though our second group doesn't get a lot of time, but that's something I could envision him coming in. But we have to see how he plays. Let's get him up and running first, and I think it's fair to him to put him on a line where he can feel like he can gel and see where it goes to. And probably my thoughts are similar as Yamo, like where you come in and you find your niche. And Yamo played with Haas, and I think it was Haas and Nygaard to start or something like that. So we'll see where it goes. But really, it's comes down to injury situation with us, and where we think he's the best fit to contribute right now.
Dave, you're a really good checker as a player, plus a really good offensive player. What do you think of O'Reilly? Is there any of O'Reilly in the way you used to play?
O'Reilly's a really good two-way player. You don't get to be a Selke Trophy winner in the league without having both sides of it. And I coached him in the World Championships a while ago. Just a real strong, steady player. You see how he played in the playoffs last year. He's one of those guys that has an impact on the game on both sides of the puck, and at an elite level, and those guys are rare. So, good player.